Nelly Furtado at one point was one of the biggest artists ever, especially in 2006 and 2007 with her album Loose, but unfortunately after that she slowly disappeared. What really happened to Miss Nelly Furtado?
I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is.
Hey guys, it's Marlon Riley. Hope you guys are all doing well today and welcome back to another music documentary. I thought I'd start doing a few more now per week. We're going to get straight into Miss Nelly Furtado. Somebody messaged me about it and I thought, you know what, why not talk about it, because I used to love this girl, you know, amazing artist, amazing songs, and at one point I was like, well, where did she go? She disappeared. She came into the industry in 2000 with her first album called Whoa It's Nelly, and the thing about Nelly Furtado was that she was more focused to folklore music. That was the music that she liked, that was the music that she was garnering for, that she was going for. You know, it introduced her into the music industry because we had that song called I'm Like a Bird, which was a massive song for her. You know, when you think of Nelly Furtado, you think of that song, her first single, and then she went into her second album in 2003 called Folklore. Both of them were doing moderately well. They weren't like amazing and it's only declined. They were both doing moderately well as albums. You know, they were still charting, the songs were still charting. She still created a few songs here and there. People were, you know, opening their eyes to Nelly. People were getting used to her in terms of the world. In terms of Canada, they obviously knew her when she came out, and the world was slowly getting to know her, understand her and so forth. I'm Like a Bird was a massive song that everyone knew who she was anyways, but we were getting a clearer and a more coherent image of Miss Nelly Furtado, and that kind of, you know, got better and better because she came out with Loose. Now Loose was the biggest album for her to date. Everybody knows it. We already know the songs, whether it's Say It Right, or you know, whether it's millions of songs that she's made, and you know, that trio of her, Justin Timberlake and Timbaland was perfectionism. It was amazing. They collaborate together. Timbaland was the key asset to Nelly Furtado. There's always that one musician and one producer that, you know, work intertwined together to create that perfectionism, and that was Timbaland for Nelly Furtado. She created an amazing album. It sold over 12 million copies. It was literally, everyone knew about her. She finally put her on the map. This was one of the biggest albums. 2006, 2007 was her time. It was her peak of an artist. Everybody was looking at her. You know, she even won plenty of Grammys, even for her first album, let alone this one. And you know, it was amazing songs. It infused that R&B, hip hop, pop kind of line with her folklore music and her nasal voice. It kind of infused this all, and this was the byproduct of what Timbaland was doing with Nelly Furtado, and it was definitely the way to go. And then it came to a point where everybody was anticipating her next album. What was she going to drop next? And she went into the Spanish world. She dropped an album called Mi Plan, and you know, it won a Grammy. In terms of the Latin Grammys, it did amazing over there. It was a really, really good album, only up and up and up for Nelly Furtado. So she came out with an album which everybody was waiting for, because after Loose, everybody really wanted another album from her. She came out with The Spirit Indestructible, and needless to say, this album flopped. It did not recreate the success that she most desperately wanted from Loose. The song, her first single, The Bigger the Better, did not do well at all. She did come back with Neptune's Timbaland to an extent, not really much with them, but a few songs in here and there. The R&B kind of taste was still in her mouth when it came to this particular album, but it did not do well for her at all. Unfortunately, songs like The Night Is Young did not do well either. It was a bit of a shame. She charted outside the top 40 and 78 on the Billboard, I think, so the album was ridiculously different. She came out with another album, I think this year, called Ride, but I haven't even heard of it. That in itself shows you that unfortunately Nelly Furtado disappeared. She slowly disappeared into the music industry, away from it, I mean, because her albums were not doing well. They were not being received critically on a positive manner, more so in a negative manner. Unfortunately, she did not stay with Timbaland. I feel like she kind of needed him to recreate that sound on a 100% basis, but obviously, you know, some people want to branch out to other producers, other types of sounds. It just was not working for her, and her comeback stalled. It failed in terms of her album after Indestructible. The Indestructible was a flop, so you want to come up with a better album. That failed as well. So when you have back-to-back albums that are not doing well, unfortunately that's your time up basically in the industry. That's the expectation that people build. So unfortunately that was the main reason as to why she disappeared and why she fell, unfortunately, because of the fact that her album was not doing critically well, her music was not really being positively received, music was constantly changing, you had other artists who were being born in that era as well, and you know, you have to amalgamate yourself to be on top with them, and that she was not doing. She was more so on just creating and not really following the trends just to stay up, unfortunately. But at the same time, we all love Nelly Furtado. Loose was one of the most legendary albums to be released. It was just amazing. Every single track, 12 million copies, #1s. It was amazing. Let me know what you guys think about Nelly. Let me know what you guys think about this particular documentary. Do you guys like Nelly Furtado? What album was your favorite? Or do you feel like she's not disappeared? Do you feel like she's still in the industry? Because as far as I'm concerned, my girl is gone and she has just gone packing. But let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on my Instagram, my website. Thank you guys for watching, and I will definitely catch you guys soon.